Hello guys, welcome back to S3D, and today we're gonna do a special Marvel Legends review. I don't normally review Marvel Legends on my channel. The last one I did was something weird called the Plasticizer Inspector. This one is just gonna be a straight up review. Obviously, you know the product's made from plasticized PVC as expected. Today I have a special request. So my customer, he collects Marvel Legends as well as the Gundam Universe figure. Basically, he got this figure for $22.99, and this one here is also $22.99. So what happened was apparently I actually sold him this figure, but he bought another one at Target, and he couldn't find the figure on Target's website, so he looked up Heavy Arms on the Target website, and somehow it showed him the HG model kit, but it didn't have the box of the HG model kit or something like that, and then the Target employee gave it to him for $22.99. So essentially, these two figures are the same price. And really, though, like I said before in my previous video, Tamashii Nation is actually giving you a lot for the Gundam Universe figure. I mean, just look at the part separation, the color separation, and everything. I mean, if we really have to look at it, let's go ahead and just get the figure out here and then show you what you get for $22.99 versus what you get for $22.99. I mean, technically, this figure is supposed to be $24.99, so maybe it's a $2 difference. But look at all you get with Tamashii Nations, and then look what you get with Hasbro. Now, you can argue Marvel is a bigger property here in North America, so, you know, maybe nobody cares about this kind of stuff, so no matter how much stuff they put in there, nobody's going to care. But if you're a collector of both line of products, obviously, the obvious choice is that, you know, you obviously get a lot more with the Bandai product. And that's the only point I want to bring out. So, you know, even though this is technically a brand new mold, new design, I don't know if they can reuse this body in the future for this character or some other character. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Hasbro did invest some money to create this figure. So, hey, but the paint is horrible on this thing. And yeah, it's really, really bad. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. And well, let's look at the packaging too. I do actually like these kind of packaging. I feel like they feel a little bit more premium. But then look at what you get with Tamashii Nations. You know, this thing even have instructions. So anyway, there's someone that's saying like, okay, they can look past all the problem of the Gundam Universe figure because, you know, it's an import. On top of that, you know, you seem to be getting all this stuff. So the lack of articulation and maybe some QC problem, they can overlook that. But can we overlook the problems of the Marvel Legends figure, though? Well, I had to give it a point to Hasbro for not using the Bucky Cap mold on this figure, because this is not Bucky Cap, this is a new mold. So appearances, you know, some people complain that he doesn't have the line and stuff like that. I don't really care for that. You know, you can do that yourself, or you can leave it just like this. But you look at this quality control problem with the paint everywhere. So yeah, I wanted to give this thing a 10 out of 10, but I can't. Look at that. There's nut marks. Yes, believe it or not, there's plasticized PVC nut marks on here. Yeah, I mean, look at the edges. The edges is not very clean for these paint. Yeah, and look at that. These lines are not very clean. So unfortunately, they did not do a very good job on the paint on this thing. Even though it barely have any paint, right? These are all plastic molded parts. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I can't. So this is going to be, appearance-wise, it's going to get a 9 out of 10. It does have new accessories, newly molded parts. I don't think this is going to be very reusable with any other Marvel Legends figure, because Marvel Legends figures are not normally designed like this. So Hasbro definitely, you know, put some budget, put some money into making this figure, so that's nice. I don't know anything about this character. I just Google him. His name is Herman Schultz, and he's called the Shocker. So basically, he have these gauntlet that shoots like vibration shockwave or something. I don't know, like Havoc, whatever his name is, the X-Men guy. Apparently, this guy beats Spider-Man. Like, he kicked Spider-Man's ass one time or something like that. So he's considered a formidable villain. I mean, haven't Spider-Man got his butt kicked by every single one of his opponents before? At least one or two, one, at least one time, I think. But yeah. All right, so now time for the appearance. Accessories. Well, these things sucks. I've seen these before, and I don't think these are good for his effect parts. I'm pretty sure Hasbro just half-assed the accessories. They could have made new ones, but they decided to just give us random reuse bullshit because they put all the budget into the figure. So, yeah, it's a good-looking figure though, and I think it's got pretty decent articulation. I haven't really messed around with it, so let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. That seems pretty good. I mean, I am not an expert on Marvel Legends, so I'm just gonna, okay, the ankle rocker works, but is it an effective ankle rocker? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. We have the boot swivel right there. That's interesting. It's swivel here, but this piece barely moves. So it doesn't line up. So that's kind of a weird design. Make it somewhat useless, to be honest with you. So when your boots don't line up with this piece, it should have been up here. If you can move this part with the boot cut, that would make more sense. But the way they designed it this way, now it doesn't make any sense. It kind of ruins it. All I do is hear praises on this figure. Nobody really talk about this problem, I think, on YouTube so far. So yeah, I did actually watch some reviews before I do my review, just to see what other people said, since I'm not an expert on Marvel Legends. We got a thigh cut here. We got the ball joint hips. These things don't move down like the G.I. Joe classifies. But there's a trick. If you want to get these guys to do the split, you can rotate this piece all the way, and then they can kind of do the splits. I do that with the female figures, but the male figures a little bit more challenging. Got these stripes. The stripes are not painted very well, to be honest with you. I think on the legs are a little bit more clean than the body. But yeah, we got the waist swivel right here. The belt I think is glued onto the waist. So yeah, again, when you do the articulation, some stuff doesn't make any sense. And then we also have QC problem here, which we have extra bit of plastic. Right there. We have an ab crunch. I think Anthony's custom called this the pregnant belly. Does it look like he's pregnant? Yeah. The Gundam's never pregnant, but all the Marvel male characters are all pregnant. 8 months, 9 months. This is 9 months pregnant. It's about to give birth to a little baby Shocker. Right there. Yeah. If I collect Marvel Legends, this is how I would pose this guy. The pregnant Shocker. Yes, going to the hospital. All right. So anyway, wow. Talk about QC problem. I don't know. I don't think this thing is actually very good. This thing might be like just grossly overrated. I mean, it looks good. The articulation is there, but yeah, the pregnant belly, I don't know, can crunch forward. Yeah, it's all right. Man, how do you like even pose this guy if how much of the ab crunch can you actually use? Well, just maybe that much. All right, the head is not the dumbbell joint, it's the old style hinge with a ball joint. So he can look 360, which is not bad. Shoulder can go up. Shoulders are actually pretty nice. And more than perpendicular. We got bicep swivel, the double jointed elbow. What's nice is pinless technology. So that's some extra effort in here. The arms, yeah, I guess I just didn't plug them in properly. I like the interchangeable arms, the forearms. He doesn't have any wrist articulation or anything, but I think this is cool. And probably work with the Vibro Shock. What's it called? Vibro Unit. Vibro Shock Gauntlet. I do not like the whatever this thing is called. Vibro Shock. Vibranium. Is it made from vibranium? I don't know. Whatever. I am not a comic book fan. I don't read comic books. So whatever. Okay. Overall, in terms of value, I would say everything's like 9 out of 10. But quality control takes a hit. I don't even know my rating system. Articulation, I give it a. Okay, so we got some weird articulation that doesn't really work. I guess 9 out of 10 for Marvel Legends. In terms of value, this thing's $25, man. Doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure part. It's got general lack of paint and reused accessories that came from, like, you know, stuff that's been used to death. If they give him like a new accessory, I might give him 10 out of 10, but I can't. So overall, I have to give this thing an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm unfortunate, but you know, when other companies offer you stuff like this and this thing still gets an 8 out of 10, I cannot give this guy a 9 out of 10. So, all right, I think this is a decent figure. It's just maybe a little bit pricey because of the Marvel Legends price hike. No Build-A-Figure parts, we use accessories. If this guy was still under $20, if this is $19.99, it would be 9 out of 10. If it's under, if this thing's like $16, 10 out of 10. But yeah, as the price point, this guy is 8 out of 10, which is very generous considering, you know, something like this is an 8 out of 10 too. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching.